Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We're going to start with grade 10 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 10 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter trigonometry, and the lesson we're going to cover today are trigonometric ratios, find an angle measure, solve a right angle triangle, law of sines and law of cosines. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is trigonometric ratios, find an angle measure. Here I'm on grade 10 maths. Let's start with the lesson chapter trigonometry we are working on. The lesson is trigonometric ratios, find an angle measure. Okay, so here we are given with the triangle. You have to calculate the angle H. You are given the measurements angles. Here you have square root 17 and here you have square root 34. You have to calculate the measurement of angle H. So here is the angle H, and you can calculate sine of angle H. It would be no, you can use cos of angle H because you're given the base and the hypotenuse. So I'm going to use the cos of angle H. It would be base and hypotenuse. So it would be GH divided by FH. So it would be GH is square root 17 and FH is square root 34. You have to calculate cos of angle H. Got it? So just calculate the values. Let me just use the calculator. It would be square root 17 divided by square root 34, that equals 1.707. So cos of angle H equals 1.707. Just calculate the cos inverse of the value. Cos inverse of 1.707. Let me just calculate. Okay. Okay, you don't need to calculate the inverse value. You can calculate like this. You just don't need to calculate the inverse value. You have to rationalize the value. Let me explain how do you rationalize. You don't have to divide them actually. Okay, let me just explain again. Okay, so cos h is square root 17 divided by square root 34. So we are going to rationalize. Got it? Rationalize means you need to remove the square root sign from the denominator. So let's just multiply and divide it by the square root 34. Square root 17 divided by square root 34, multiply by square root 34 and divided by square root 34. So when you multiply them, it would be 17 square root and 34 square root divided by 34 square root square. Got it? It would be square root 17, and you can write 34 as 2 times 17. Got it? So you have 34 here. So we can take common square root 17 from the numerator and we are left with 2 divided by 34. So 2 times 1 is 4 and 2 times We can take common 17, not 2. So it would be 17 square root 2 over 34. So 17 times 1 is 17, 17 times 2 is 34. So it would be square root 2 over 2. The correct option is square root 2 over 2. Let's just start with the test questions. Let's just do it on the board. Okay, measurement of angle V, you have to calculate the angle V. Here is angle V, so you have to calculate the cos of angle V. It would be, you have to calculate cos of angle V, and that would be 6 square root 105 divided by 12 square root 35. Got it? So it would be 6 square root 105 divided by 12 square root 35. So it would be 6 times 1 is 12 and 2 is 12. 6 times 1 is 6 and 2 is 12. And let's just factorize 105 and 35. So when we factorize 105, it would be, hold on, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 1 is 5. And 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, let's just factorize 105. So it would be 5 times 7, 35, and times 3. Got it? Divided by 2 square root 35. So you can take square root 35 common from the numerator and you are left with square root 3 and divided by 2 square root 35. So square root 35 and square root 35 got cancelled out with each other. You are left with just square root 3. So it would be square root 3 over 2. 10. Let me see how. Yes, that would be square root 3 over 2. Got it? But how here you have 10? Oh, you have to calculate the angle. So square root 32 over, you need to see, you're left with just value that would be, you are left with cos v equals square root 3 over 2. So you need to see cos, on what angle cos is 3 by 2, under square root 3 by 2. So at a cos that would be 30 degrees. On cos 30 equals square root 3 over 2. So it would be 30 degrees. The correct option is 30 degrees. So just select, because you have to select the angle, just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is you have to calculate the angle J. So you have to calculate the cos again, cos of angle J, because you are given the base and the hypotenuse. Yes, you have to calculate cos of angle J. That would be 9 square root 3 divided by 18. 9 times 1 is 9 and 9 times 2 is 18. So you're left with square root 3. You need to see cos is, what angle causes square root 3 by 2? That would be 30 degrees. So the correct option is 30 degrees. Got it? So it would be 30 degrees. The correct option is 30 degree. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. Okay, the next one is solve the right angle triangle. Let's just see how do we solve the right angle triangle. Okay, solve the right angle triangle. Write your answer in simplified form, rationalized form, do not round. You have to calculate the side, all the like the missing angle and all the other two sides. Got it? So how do you solve? To calculate sine 45, first draw the triangle 45, 45, 90. Got it? Because one of the angle is 90 degree, that means the other two angles must be 45 degree. Got it? That would be the special right triangle. Okay. So when the triangles are, when you we solve the special triangle 90, 45, 45, 90, we have to calculate sine 45. That would be 1 square root 2. And when we rationalize, it would be square root 2 over 2. Got it? So now you can solve this triangle. Basically, you have to relate it to the special triangle. So when you calculate sine 45, it would be ik divided by 8 square root 22, because ik is missing. You have to find the missing side. And in the special triangle, we just calculated sine 45 is square root 2 over 2. So it would be square root 2 over 2 equals ik divided by 8 square and square root 22. So it would be 8 square root 11. Let's just do the first example on the board, then that would be easy for me. Okay. Okay, I'm going to solve the right angle triangle. You are given one of the angle 90 degree, one of the angle 45 degree, and you are given the 15 square root 2. Got it? So we need to see the special triangle, that is 45, 45, and 90. Got it? Okay. So first we are going to see the 45, 45, and 90 triangle. Okay, this one is, okay, this one is 90 degree, this one is 45, and this one is also 45. So in 45, 45, 90, this one is 1, this one is square root 2, and this one is 1. Got it? So we have to calculate angle V. Cos 45 equals VW divided by VW. Got it? So it would be then cos 45 equals sine 45 equals 1 over square root 2. Got it? So now just solve that given triangle. So it would be then the given triangle is sine 45 equals VW divided by sine 45 equals VW divided by 15 square root 2. So in special triangle, sine 45 is 1 square root 2. So just solve it would be 15 square root 2. So cross multiply, it would be then VW equals 15 square root 2 over square root 2. So the square root 2 and square root 2 cancel out each other. You are left with 15. That means the VW equals 15. Got it? You need to calculate the other side. So for the other side, you have to use the Pythagorean theorem. Got it? You are given, you have now two of the sides. One of them you are already given, that is 15 square root 2, and the one we just calculated is 15. So now we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. Got it? So it will, Pythagorean theorem is c square equals a square plus b square. We are given the c, that would be the c, 15 square root 2, and one of the value we just calculated 15. So it would be 15 square root 2 square, that equals 15 square and plus b square. Got it? So just evaluate the values. It would be, let me just calculate the values. 15 square and times 2. Hold on. Okay, 15 square is 225. 225 times 2 is 450. So here you have 450. 15 square root 2. Got it? You have to subtract this 15 square other side. It would be 225 divided by b square. So 450 minus 225 is 225. That means b equal 225 b square. So that means b equals 15. So the missing sides are 15, 15, and the one angle missing is 45. Got it? Because the triangle is 45, 45, and 90. So it would be 15, 15, 45 is the correct option. So the correct option is option number 1. That would be 15, 15, and 45. Okay, the next one is, this angle is 90 degree, this one is 30 degree. Got it? That means the other angle is must be 60 degree. Got it? Because a triangle, sum of all the angles in a triangle must be 180. So if one of them is 90, one of them is 30, so the other one is 60. Got it? So now we're going to relate this equation with the 90, 30, and 60 triangle. These are the special triangles. Got it? 90, 30, and 60 triangle. So let's just see. Okay. So when you see the 90, 60 triangle, the special triangle, here is 90 degrees. This one is 30 degrees. And this one is 60. Got it? So there it is 1, 2, and square root 3. Got it? So you are given the angle here is 30. So it would be sine 30 equals, for the special triangle, perpendicular is square root 3. It would be square root 3 over 2. Got it? Okay, now let's just see the given triangle and calculate the sine 30 for the given triangle. So for the given triangle, sine 30 is perpendicular QS and hypotenuse is 16 square root 43. So it would be sine 30 equals QS divided by 16 square root 43. And we just calculated in a special triangle, sine 30 is square root 3 over 2. So here you have square root 3 over 2. Got it? Just cross multiply and solve. It would be then QS equals square root 3 times 16 square root 43 divided by 2. Okay. It would be 2 times 8 is 16. So it would be 8 square root 43 times 3. No, we divided by 2. Got it? Because 8 times 2 times 8 is 16. So 43 times 3 is 43 times 3 is 129. So it would be 8 square root 129. Got it? So QS equals 8 square root 129. Got it? Now we have to calculate. We have now two of the sides. One of them is 16 square root 43, and this side we have now 8 square root 129. We need to calculate the third side. We're working on the right angle triangle. We can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve the equation. Got it? So to find the third side, it would be, then Pythagorean theorem is c square equals a square plus b square. So you are given with the c, that is 16 for square root 43. So it is 16 square root 43 square equals a square. Let's suppose a is 8 square root 129 square. You have to calculate the b. Got it? Just do calculations and calculate the value of b. Got it? Let me just calculate the squares. 16 square is 256, and 256 times 43 is 11008, and you can subtract 8 square root 129 square. 8 square is 64 times 129, that would be 8256, and that equals b square. Just subtract 11008 minus 8256, so it would be 2752. Just calculate the square root. Okay, square root, okay, square root 2752, that would be 52.4. If you calculate the value, it would be 8 square root 43. It would be 8 square root 43. So that is the missing value. Got it? And we know that the missing angle is 60 degrees. Got it? So it would be, which is the correct option? The correct option is the second one, 8 square root 129, 8 square root 42, and 60 degrees. Got it? That would be the correct option. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is law of sine. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, we're going to start with law of sine and law of cosine. They are not for the right angle triangles. Whenever you have to solve the triangles that are not right angle, you can use the law of sine and law of cosine. Got it? So let's just start with the first example. Here you have 16 degrees, 66 degrees. You need to calculate the value of t and u and the third angle. Got it? So you can use the law of sine in this case. Whenever you are given the two sides, whenever you are given the two angles and a side, you can use the law of sine. Got it? Law of sine is t divided by sine t and equals v divided by sine v. So here you have t, here you have sine t. T you are given is 16. You have to calculate the value of t. Also you are given v, that is 16, that is 12. 12 divided by sine 66. So when you calculate, it would be, let's just do the first example. Okay, so you are given the side p and the angles p and q. So let me just use sine p over p, p over sine p, and q over sine q. Got it? Because you are given the side, this is side p. I'm going to use p divided by sine p, and that equals q divided by sine q. So p is 5 divided by sine 13, and q is q divided by sine 143, because you need to calculate the q. Q divided by sine 143. Just cross multiply, then q equals 5 times sine 143 and divided by sine 13. Got it? Let's just multiply. Let's just calculate the values and multiply. Okay, so sine 143 is 0 point and multiply by 5. So it would be negative 0.0871, and 871, and sine 13 is 0.2249. Let's just divide. It would be negative 0.0871 divided by 0.2249. It would be negative 0.238. So Q equals, hold on, sine 140, sine 143 equals multiply by 5. Okay, negative 0.0871 divided by 0.2249. That would be, let me just see. Hmm, why I have different value for sine 143. It would be 0 point. Okay, let me just remove this step and divide them like this because it would be then negative value. And we don't need any negative value. Let me just do it again. Okay, just divide q over sine 13, 5 over sine 13. Okay, sine 13 is 0.2249. So 5 divided by 0.2249 equals 22 point. That equals 22.232, and that equals q. So then q over sine 143. Okay, let me just multiply 22.232 times sine 143. Let's see what is the value now. Okay, so sine 143 equals 0.6018, 0.6018 times 22.23. Yes, that would be 13.3. So Q equals 13.3. So the correct option is 13.3. The correct option is 13.4. That would be the second option. Got it? Okay, let's just do another example. You are given the V, so I'm going to use sine V over V divided by V over sine V divided by T over sine T. V over sine V equals T over sine T. So V is 12, 12 divided by sine 16, and that equals T divided by V is 66, not 16. And that would be T divided by sine 16. Okay, let's just calculate 12 divided by sine 66. So sine 66 equals 0.9135, 0.9135, 12 divided by 0.9135. So it would be 13.13. And let's just multiply it with sine 16. So 13 point sine 16 times 0.2756, 0.2756 times 13.13. So it would be 3.6. So T equals 3.6. Let's just see which is the correct option. Yes, here we have T equals 3.6. Got it? Okay, let's just move on to the next lesson. You can do the rest of the practice questions by yourself. If you still need with help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? The next one is law of cosine. Okay, we're going to use law of cosine. You are given just one of the angle and two sides. Got it? Whenever you are given one angle and two sides, you can use the law of cosine. So let's just start with the example. Okay, you have to calculate the side P. I forgot the formula. That would be P square. Yes, P square equals Q square plus R square minus 2 QR cos P. Okay, I forgot that. That would be P square equals Q square plus R square minus 2PR and cos of angle 2QR and cos of angle P. That would be 2QR and cos of angle P. Got it? Let's just put up all the values. Let's see. Mm, Q and R. Q is 6 and R is 9. So it would be 6 square plus 9 square minus 2, 6, 9, and I think the angle is 137. Okay, let's just calculate the values. 36 plus 91 minus 2 times 6 is 12 and 12 times 9 is 108. Let's just calculate cos 13, 137. Okay, it would be cos 139 is 137, sorry, is negative 0.7313, and let's just multiply it by 108. Okay, cos 137 is negative 0.7313, and I'm going to multiply it with 108, so it would be 36 plus 91 and minus 0.8090. Okay, 36 plus 91 equals 127, and 127 minus 0.8090, it would be 126, and square root 126 is 11.22. Mm, but my cos 137 is different, and times 108. 36 plus 81 minus, oh, 9 times 9 is 81. Yes, that is the mistake. 9 times 9 is 81, not 91. Got it? It would be 81. So let me just add 36 plus 81, 117, and 117 minus 0.8090. It would be 116. So let me just calculate square root. It would be square root 116 point. That would be 14.0. The correct option is 14.0. Got it? Okay, let's just do the next one on the board. Okay, you are given, you have to find the f. So it would be f square equals g square plus h square minus 2gh cos of angle f. Let's just put the values g and h. G is 14, h is 10. 14 square plus 10 square minus 2 times 14 times 10, and that would be cos of angle 38 degrees. Okay, let's just calculate the values. 14 square is 196, 10 square is 100, and 2 times 14 times 10 is 280, and cos 38 is 0.7880. Okay, let's just multiply 280 times 0.7880 equals 196 plus 100 minus 220.64. Okay, so 296 minus 220.64. It would be 75.36. So you have to calculate the square root of the square root 75.36. It would be 8.6. So the correct option is 8.7. Yes, you can round off. So it would be 8.7. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we're working on grade 10 maths. Chapter we're working on is trigonometry. And the lessons we have covered today are trigonometric ratios, find an angle measure, solve a right triangle, law of sines and law of cosines. Please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. If you have any question, you can ask. I am here to answer all your questions. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.